Good evening, everybody. Myself, Acharya Vishvendra, and today I'm going to discuss a worksheet on magnetic field. So, the first point is magnetic field is a vector quantity. Second point is dimension of magnetic field is m1 l0 t minus 3 I minus 1. Third is SI unit of magnetic field is Tesla, and it is also called as Weber per meter square. Fourth point is magnetic field is given by Q into V cross B, where Q is the charge, V is velocity, and B is the magnetic field present in space. Fifth is under what conditions magnetic force is zero. So magnetic force will be zero when either charge is zero or V cross B is zero. V cross B is zero when velocity is zero, field is zero, theta is zero, or 180. So any combination of these will yield to zero magnetic field. Then we have another question in which charge is 20 microcoulomb, velocity is 2I minus 3j plus 4k, magnetic field is 4I plus 3j plus 5k, and mass is 10 milligram. We need to find the force. So force is Q into V cross B. So charge here is 20 microcoulomb. V cross B can be solved by the determinant Ijk. For V we write 2 minus 3 4, and for B we write 4 3 and 5. So using solving this determinant we can find the force on the charged particle. Next is we need to find the acceleration. So force is equals to mass into acceleration, that gives acceleration is force by mass. So from here we can find the acceleration. Next is find magnitude of acceleration. So just taking the square of I, j and k terms, we can find the magnitude. Then is a question that a particle starts moving from origin with a velocity u cap. There exists magnetic field b naught I cap. Then we need to find the first question is magnetic force. So since velocity is parallel to magnetic field, so magnetic force will be zero as discussed earlier. If magnetic force is zero, then acceleration will also be zero. And if acceleration is zero, velocity will be constant. That means particle will travel in a straight line. So the locus of the particle will be a straight line. Then is will kinetic energy change? Since velocity is constant, that means its magnitude will also be constant. So it will not change. Then we have another question in which magnetic field is along y-axis. Then we need to find the magnetic force. So using the expression qv cross b, velocity can be written as ui cap, magnetic field as b naught j cap. So we can write it as qu v naught I cap cross j cap, and I cap cross j cap can be written as k cap. So the force will be along k axis of the z axis and has a magnitude qu b naught, given that all are positive. In the next question we need to find acceleration, which is force by mass. So that will be qu b naught by m into k cap. Then in another question we need to find locus of the particle. So velocity is perpendicular to the magnetic field. That means locus of the particle will be a circular motion. It will be a circle, and it will be in the plane of velocity and force. So force is along z-axis, velocity is along x-axis. So it will be a circle in the xz plane. Then is another question that will speed change? No, because in magnetic field speed does not change, so it will not change. Then is coordinates of particle as a function of time. So at a certain instant we can assume that the particle is like here in the xz plane. Suppose it's making an angle theta. So x here can be written as minus of r sine theta. Y coordinate will be 0 because it's in xz plane, and z coordinate will be r minus of r cos theta. So theta will change, accordingly the coordinates will change. Then we need to find velocity as a function of time. So velocity, since the particle is moving in the xz plane, that means velocity along y-axis will be 0. So we can write velocity as xi plus 0j plus zk, and again this x can be written as v cos theta if the theta is the angle made between x-axis and the velocity, normal to this circle. So for theta is equal to omega t, we can find theta, and in this way we can find velocity as a function of time. So you have seen that we have discussed 18 questions in a time span of less than 5 minutes. So the purpose behind making this video is to optimize your time and energy so that you can cross check your preparation and can actually learn what you have learned related to a particular topic. So we have tried our best to incorporate every basic concept, every fact, every result, and all the possible manipulations to make you have a very strong fundamentals, which is the key to crack JEE NEET. If you have any doubt, you can ask in the comment section. Thank you and have a nice day.